All right, Shalom. I want to start by giving all praise and glory to Yahweh Shema Rashaba, Shema Kakodash, double honor to the apostle of the great millstone, Shalom to the Akim, the pushing the word of sincerity and the truth. Yeah, I just want to do this lesson on China and this microchip production. And we know the last major prophecy, one of the last major prophecies, is the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. It's like 4 or 5 in the morning. But just wanted to speak on this in regards to the end. The brother, the priest Tazawan, he did a lesson going into before the destruction. Chat GPT actually announced or spoke on how the chip has to be a major thing, and we all know that. A lot of us brothers, which we haste today. That's our job, is to haste today. Speak about these events. When we see these events, we're supposed to rejoice in hopes that the end will come, so a new beginning will start, because this place needs a hard reset. So when this whole conflict with Israel and Iran, which they had a ceasefire, and I spoke about it days before, with one of the bros in the camp, they're gonna end up more than likely having a ceasefire. But the scripture says we're peace and safety. So a lot of people think that they're in a time of safety right now, and things are gonna ramp back up. And we know these things aren't gonna happen that quickly, like that, without this chip. That's what I really wanted to highlight through the spirit, because here at Great Millstone, we are the ones that teach of heavy prophecy. Pastor just spoke about it. We are the camp that goes in when it comes to these prophecies of this book. We highlight all the points, the major prophecies, the minor prophecies, the prophecies that already came to pass, the prophecies that still is pending. All right. Now we know World War III, the Valley of Jehoshaphat, pursuing the book of Joel and Revelations, and the thermonuclear holocaust, or the exchange that will take place, will be also a major prophecy, as well as the deliverance. But this prophecy of China and their production of chips, as well as the U.S. and these other countries massively implanting the people, will come to pass. It's will be mandated. Now, China a few weeks ago, they had one of the Chinese individuals, citizen. They said that she had some type of association with the Communist Party. She was caught smuggling a foreign bacteria into the U.S. So there's going to be a lot of things come to pass. You already just spoke about sleeper cells, as well as individuals that work for the other side living in the United States of America. And they have plans, they have an agenda, and they have times that they're working on, and they're going to put a heavy crackdown too. So this is non-binary, which, if I'm not mistaken, let me see, I can't click it right now, but for them to actually speak on this, and these reports come out all the time, different type of chips that they're working on, because you got chips for phones, chips for TVs, chips for every fucking thing. Excuse my French. But the main chip that's spoken of in the book of Revelations is the micro C-hip, or the microchip being put within man. All right, that's what this prophecy is talking about. It's not talking about no embargo. It's not talking about Christianity. It's talking about actual mass implementations of these devices in the hands of or foreheads. Like Apostle said, you might put in your butt cheek if you ain't have a hand. There's no way of avoiding this unless you have the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah with you, and you refuse and be put to death. It's going to be individuals that don't have the truth, but it's going to be individuals that just refuse, and they're going to be put to death. But nonetheless, this is Revelation 13 and 16, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. So the number is 666. There's will be restrictions, for the public, for the masses of people, rich and poor, unless they have this device within them. So we're waiting on another Black Swan event that's gonna be brewed up, from the left hand side, to get this thing popping. Because one thing can cause all these things to actually happen overnight. So that's why we just have to wait. Our job is to stand on our watch, as it is written, watch as well as pray, and wait for these things to come to pass, because as it is written, it shall surely come. And the scriptures speak about the Most High being true and no man a liar. So the Lord's words aren't going to come back void. All right. It's not like he's going to skip over the prophecies that he showed John on the island of Patmos. All right. The angel. If that was the case, they shouldn't have showed it. But they showed it. The angel got the word directly from the heavens, and he gave it unto John for him to write these things down and record. All right. It's not speculation. All right. This is an assumption. This is concrete facts. He wasn't being abstract. He wasn't confused with the prophecies and just wrote something to just fill in pages, just to add chapters. He knew exactly what was going on. He knew exactly what was going to go on in the end times, just like we know exactly what's going to go on in the end times. So we just have to wait and watch these things surely come to pass as it is written. So with that, I'm going to end by giving all praise and glory to Yahweh Shema Shai by Shem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostle of this great millstone. Shalom, Akim.